Continuing in our reading of Poppy and Rye by Avi, today is chapter 5. Some words are exchanged. The day after they moved, Rye, Thistle, and Curly Dock crouched beneath a tangle of blackberry bushes and looked out over the pond. "There's one," Rye hissed. The fat beaver had climbed atop a particularly large mound of sticks in the pond, not far from the dam. It was damping and smoothing mud on the mound's surface. "That's their main lodge," Rye said with authority, though it was Valerian who had informed him of the fact only the day before. "How do they get into it?" Curly Dock asked. As the family went, Curly Dock was on the small side and rather plump like his mother. "There's an underwater passageway," Rye said. "You have to swim deep to get in there." "Cool," murmured Thistle. Tall and sleek, with swept-back whiskers and narrow eyes, she was a good swimmer. "It's not cool," Rye said sharply. "They have no right to come and take over everything. Look what happened to our nest." He waved a paw over the water. "Gone. You call that cool?" Thistle shrank down. "I was just saying that the beaver's home is interesting." "Look," Curly Dock whispered. 3 beavers had surfaced near the shore. They tumbled and turned, smacking the water with their large, flat tails. "Big, aren't they?" Thistle said, his voice full of awe. They look like they're having fun," Curly Dock said wistfully. "Fun?" Rye snarled under his breath. "I hate them. I'd like to give them a piece of fun." "When Ragweed gets back, he'll do it," Curly Dock said. "He's not afraid of anyone." "Ragweed's gone," Rye snapped. "Besides," he went on, "who needs him? I'm not afraid of them." Thistle stared at her elder brother with wide eyes. "You mean you'd talk to them?" "No big thing," Rye replied. "Except Ragweed wouldn't say he would," Curly Dock said, and snickered. "He'd just do it." Rye felt hot. "So would I." "Dare you?" his brother goaded. "Double dare." Rye, suddenly nervous, said, "I'll do it if you come with me." "You first," Thistle replied. Rye considered the beavers anew. "See," Curly Dock said, "I told you, you're no Ragweed." Rye offered his brother a dirty look, then crawled out from under the berry bush. Wanting his heart not to beat so fast, he yanked his whiskers. He wished they were darker, stiffer, licked down the hair on his chest, then headed down toward the water, tail tucked between trembling legs. Halfway to the pond, Rye halted. "You coming or not?" he called back, hoping he sounded cocky. Thistle scampered to her brother's side. The two checked back. "Well?" Rye asked. Curly Dock crept forward. The 3 mice inched to the water's edge, near where the 3 beavers were playing. The beavers paid them no attention. "Go on, tell them what you think," Curly Dock said, giving Rye a nudge. "You know, the way Ragweed would." Feeling he could not back down, a jittery Rye cupped his front paws around his mouth to make himself heard. "Hey, you!" he shouted. The beavers halted their play and looked about with dripping muzzles. "Were you speaking to one of us?" one of them asked. "You're the ones who dammed our brook, aren't you?" The beavers exchanged looks. One of them paddled through the water until she was close to the mice. Her orange front teeth were enormous. The 3 mice retreated a few steps. "My name's Clara. Clara Conant. What's yours?" "Rye." "Something bothering you, Rye?" Rye took a breath. "You beavers just barged into our neighborhood and took over. Ruined the brook. Ruined the land. Ruined our nest. You're thoughtless and greedy." "Hey, fella," Clara retorted. "Making a pond is progress." "Progress?" Rye cried. "Progress for you, maybe. What about the rest of us? Who invited you here anyway?" "No one invited us," Clara replied. "Do you mice own this brook?" "Well, no." "There a sign posted reserved for mice only?" "No, but And it's still free country, isn't it?" "Well, I suppose. Well then, don't you think we've got a right to build our lodges here? But it's not right, a confused Rai cried. You destroyed our nest. Hey, sorry to hear it, Clara returned. There's always a price to pay for progress. But who's paying that price? Rai screamed. We are! The ones who live here. You just flood! I'd be more than happy to talk to you in a civil way, the beaver returned. But if all you can do is rant and rave, I'd just as soon not listen. She turned about, and as she drew away, she lifted her tail and brought it down hard and flat upon the water, sending out a great spray that thoroughly soaked the mice. Sopping wet, the mice ran off, but not before Thistle stopped and shouted back at the beavers. You just wait till my brother Ragweed comes home, she cried. He'll fix you! And that's the end of chapter 6.